You ready? What?
Then sponsors.
They are scented. They just tuck their jerseys in.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments
The
to prepare
Wizards.
for the game and the task ahead.
This is messed up. Like, how hard is it just to have just a generic one?
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think
Kevin
adding a
Harlan
team
with me
would have
tonight,
been...
Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. On Tuesday, they'll be
we're not
matching
allowed
up
to
against
attend.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell.
And
Kevin,
then
I
on
think you have
Tuesday...
to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road
Most
trips
of the
can
Lakers
bring
are
the
pretty
best
good.
out of a team and bring you closer together.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Doncic out there with Booker. Then it's Barkley. And it's Durant. And it's Chamberlain in at the center. We've got Chamberlain. Kyrie Irving is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Irving. And it's Shays in at the power forward. Now that the new season is tipped off, Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
Now here's Irving. Chamberlain with the block. On the wing, Doncic. Durant dishes to Doncic. Yep, that one goes.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pass to Rose. Here's Shays. In the corner, Irving with it. That three off the mark. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down.
Well, that's what player. That's what player. And it was like, no! You got to go. Yeah, but we haven't said it. Sorry.
Try to make someone else beat us.
No, we have to
See
go
where it
in.
ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Here,
All right, David, thanks.
I'm not so far.
Durant kicks to Barkley. And here's Doncic from the arc. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Here's Irving. And Irving throws it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Toronto's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Booker against Irving. Doncic passes to Chamberlain. Toronto working the ball around now. Pass to Barkley. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night.
Not what I wanted him
Gone
to do
2
at
for
all.
4 from the field so far today. To the paint. Here's Chamberlain. Oh, my goodness, the slam.
How about the body control and just the sheer athletic prowess of Chamberlain on that one?
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Booker with no one around, and he gets it to go from the corner.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Now here's Durant. Out to Barkley. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Rose after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
He's hitting on all cylinders. Booker takes off and never looks back.
Irving dishes to Irving. Pass to Shea. Outside Irving. Drills the three-pointer.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
Out to Barton. Three-pointer. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
There's Rose with the three, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Toronto ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Fucking no, I'm running away. Just bolted for it. He wasn't ever coming back.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
Here is Harden. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Harden out there with Pippen. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Iverson. And it's Malone in at the 5. Roaming the paint.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets...
And again with the rebound.
On the boards, this guy has been one of the best to ever do it.
He's very close to breaking into the top 5 of career rebounds.
A little breakdown there, letting him get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Pass to Stoudemire. Iverson kicks to Embiid. Kicks it out to Iverson. Those three-pointers off the mark. Toronto leading by 6. Over KD. Iverson no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Embiid. And no good that time. Malone with some nice D. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Inside. And then Malone with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And it doesn't get any easier for Carmelo. Let's see him go up strong inside.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Frazier and Embiid with the block. And stolen by Iverson. And here comes Harden, leading a fast break. Takes a 3. And Allen Iverson the bucket, the assist from Moses Malone. Iverson's got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Toronto.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Here's Iverson. And it's KD with the rebound. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Count it, good.
And Iverson, the master of the and-1. Just a rugged, undersized guard who plays well through contest.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good. Iverson. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside for Pippen. Back to Frazier. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Iverson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Iverson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. He hits the second from the line.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Harden kicks to Pippen. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Iverson missing. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Durant. Out to Stoudemire. Pass to Iverson. Fires the three. Good on the triple. Iverson's got 7 points in the game. Takes the three. And so it's Toronto with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court. And that's very enough the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show.
Back in the
A
day,
lead
it was a
right
way of
now in this
loading
one for
this.
Toronto. This one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. Big fella, you ever been on a horse?
Of course, Ernie. They call me the Big Wrangler. Ernie, I just can't imagine.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for Toronto. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Richardson out there with Harden. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Pippen in at the power forward. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen. Tries a three off the inbound. That one misses. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Harden outside. And stolen by Gasol. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. Throw it up and let Richardson finish it.
Toronto leading by 5. Pass to Harrison. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Frazier. No good with the triple. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it. Because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
Good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Trying to get open as Shaq. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Anthony.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Kicks it out to Rodman. From deep, Gasol. James Harden with the rebound.
And the defense
Rodman with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. Here's Nash, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want.
If I'm them, I try it.
Gasol with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Here's Frazier, and good that time. And Toronto leads by 7.
And superb job by Gasol. Brilliant at breaking down the defense with that passing ability.
Got 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Shaq. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the away team, Steve Nash. At the line for one.
What you love about Nash, he's a coach on the floor, dictates the pace, always in total command of his team.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Rodman kicks to Nash. Tries again. Rodman, no luck.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Toronto leads by 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Read somewhere. Well, what it actually fucking means.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So for Toronto right now, you've got Luka Doncic. Barkley is out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5. Toronto leading by 8. With 3, Booker. Action coming off the assist from KD. KD's got 3 assists now in this one. Rose against Booker. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
And then Barkley with the dunk.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. On the wing, Irving. To the middle. Here's Rose.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Chamberlain with the block. Barkley outside. Over Shades. It's deflected. On the wing, Irving. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Kyrie Irving. This man just has the perfect touch from any distance.
Booker the pass to Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the block. It's tipped. Barkley dishes to Doncic. Back to Barkley. Connects from three-point range. Barkley's got 5 points now this quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Great hands-up defensive play tonight.
Reaching Barkley.
Themselves by forcing deflections.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Booker, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
In the corner, Irving with it. Chamberlain, the pass to Irving.
Where the fuck you go down?
Three-point range.
The corner three by Kyrie. That's a nice ring to it.
The three for Doncic. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. On 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Shoots. It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
Great guy to go to in this situation. Kyrie Irving has so many tricks in his bag that...
Oh, wow!
That's not doing anything. He's falling.
And since going to the finals back in 2021, Booker's earned the reputation of a winning player.
Irving kicks to Rose.
And Derrick Rose accustomed to carrying a team offensively, taking and making big shots down the stretch. Nothing new to him.
Finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, fuck that bench.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Nobody near Irving. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Someone who loves the biggest moments. Kyrie hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history. Believe me, I was there.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
On the corner, the putback, it drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
He fucking won.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Luka, you played well and you got the win. So what made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. You know, I think it was a great game today. You know, we step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. So long.
What the fuck you on today?
Well, Derrick Rose really needed movement, but for 3 minutes, surely you get movement.
What do you mean? They go out there and they have a quarter. A quarter's 3 minutes.
Yeah. But I'm going to say Charles Barkley. I feel like every